As heavy Russian strikes cause widespread destruction and civilian casualties continue to rise across Ukraine, President Volodymyr Zelensky has said that Kiev is now moving ahead with plans to jointly produce Patriot interceptor missiles with US defense contractor Raytheon after meeting company executives in Kiev. In Ukraine's southeastern city of Zaporizhzhia, the Russian airstrikes have damaged a hospital, leaving at least about 16 people injured. And Zaporizhzhia's governor, Ivan Fedorov, said that the Russian forces have launched at least 5 guided bombs in the attack, causing damage to the medical facility, vehicles and surrounding areas. Police and emergency crews were deployed to the scene as the authorities warned of a threat of further strikes.
I can't talk about this in a civilized way, because Russians aren't human, because they don't understand anything, because they came here and trample on other people's land every day. How could they even think of shelling this place? There's a hospital, a cardiac center, people, patients and children right here.
In eastern Ukraine, a Russian airstrike hit a residential district in the city of Sloviansk. And the Ukrainian authorities said that at least about 9 people were wounded and 7 apartment buildings were damaged. Emergency crews battled multiple fires sparked by the attack, but then temporarily suspended operations because of the threat of another strike. And the attacks have also affected trade, and according to officials, shipping companies have suspended services to Ukraine's Black Sea ports following increased Russian strikes along the coast. While analysts say that the disruption is pushing global wheat prices higher. Meanwhile, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky met with the executives from US defense company Raytheon in Kiev to discuss strengthening Ukraine's air defense capabilities. And Zelensky has said that the talks focused on Patriot missile interceptors, potential licensing agreements and joint production and other defense partnerships. Now, the meeting followed comments by the US President Donald Trump during this month's NATO summit in Turkey, where he said that Washington will grant Ukraine a license to manufacture Patriot missile interceptors. Kiev has long urged its Western allies to boost supplies of air defense missiles to counter Russian ballistic attacks, while also seeking a licensing agreement to build the interceptors domestically.
And we are very thankful for the things what you already did for us. And we want to discuss today about Patriots, missiles, licenses, co-production, and of course we will be happy to make some common, new, interesting projects. We are open for this. Welcome to Ukraine.
Working with you and our government and the U.S. government to continue to provide necessary defenses for Ukraine.
A day earlier, Zelensky also met with the US ambassador to NATO, Matthew Whitaker, calling for faster action and greater support from Ukraine's partners to strengthen the country's air defense. Now, Zelensky also held talks with US's conservative commentator Laura Loomer during her visit to Kiev. A close ally of President Donald Trump, Loomer had previously opposed US aid to Ukraine, but recently changed her position after witnessing the impact of the war firsthand. She said that experiencing an air raid alert in Kiev gave her a new perspective on Ukraine's struggle against Russia's invasion. And Zelensky's office said that the visit had also highlighted the importance of seeing the reality of the conflict directly. Meanwhile, Ukrainian drone strikes have hit targets deep inside the Russian territory and have annexed Crimea, and officials have reported that 3 deaths, including that of a 3-year-old child in Voronezh. Drones struck an energy facility in Ulyanovsk as Russia claimed to have intercepted over 200 incoming UAVs from Ukraine.